Hey, Greg Hawks here. This is another sourcing in real life thing a week. And today I'm just going to go over a couple ways that you can pull information from any kind of web search or resume search or database search. So I have a list of candidates on Indeed here, and I'm going to start off using some of the simplest methods and tools, and then going more detailed with some of the more techie stuff, which when you see kind of what this stuff can do, it's pretty cool. So the easiest thing, I mean, because Indeed doesn't have anything you can really pull this information into a CSV or a spreadsheet, so you can use this for tracking or loading candidates into a CRM. The easiest thing to do is just copy and paste a lot of times. So just select, copy, find a Word doc or Excel spreadsheet. I've got one here. But the problem with that, here, let me see. Okay, I did this earlier too. But so, I mean, I've got two candidates here. It pulls the link, it pulls some information, but the problem with that is it's not really formatted into a nice spreadsheet that you can load into a database or a CRM. It's easy and you can get the information, but that might not be the kind of filtered information, data integrity based information that we're looking for. Okay, so another thing that you can use that has some formatting, depending on what website you're using, is a tool called Scrappy. It's a Chrome extension, and it's actually a backup when my normal scrapers like Dataminer don't work. But I mean, it's a way you can pull in some quick information, get a line by line tracking data of this list, and you can actually use the URLs on of your searches. You can copy and paste this into a spreadsheet as well and track that information too. So that's a second way. A third way is using a tool that my friend Bret, who has his own YouTube channel on tech, he drops a lot of great information and tools. So definitely go subscribe to his page, because I mean, I learned a ton from watching some of the things he does. So, but the other one is not Scrappy. It's a instant data scraper, and it looks kind of like a Pokemon ball. But you just click this thing, and sometimes you've got to change the table. You've got to change this like red field by going locate next button. But just from eyeballing this, I mean, it pulls some pretty significant information off of Indeed. I mean, you've got the link, you've got job titles, all kinds of stuff. And really, that's the data you need. So, and Instant Data Scraper is a free tool. I don't pay anything for it, but look at this. I mean, I wish I knew about this a couple months ago, because it pulls a lot of great information. Now, the other way to do this is through a tool that I talk about a lot, Dataminer. And one of the reasons you might be seeing the full names for these people on Indeed is because we've got a featured employer here at HMH. So we have some additional functionality. So a lot of times they'll mask the names. But I mean, it depends on your organization. I mean, you've got to pay for certain tools and then pull those into with the free ones and see what you can find. Now, with Indeed, you have to have a featured employer. You have to kind of pay for being able to see their names. But I have a public recipe here for scraping Indeed. So if you go to public and you look for this recipe here, you can either search for sourcing in real life. It's one of the free ones that that I made public. I mean, it's the same sort of thing. You pull in their name, the website, city, position title, previous job title. And I even built in pagination for this thing, so it can pull multiple pages too. So, and then you just download it into a spreadsheet. Okay. Now I've shown how to do that on some of my other videos, so I'm not going to go into it here. But I mean, yeah, that took me a couple seconds, right? And now the challenge is to go through all these and find out who matches up to what we're looking for. Now the other way, and again, Bret over at the Untech channel went over this in great detail. But oh my gosh, I mean, I had an epiphany the other day when I was using this just to see what I could pull from Indeed. Okay, so it's more of a developer tool, and it is a extension as well. But let me show you this thing. So I already have this set up and built in, and one of the cool things I really like about this thing is not only does it pull from what's on the web page, you can also program it to click into each one of these pages and extract information. So you can get their name, their title, their work history. I mean, you can pretty much extract their entire profile if you set it up correctly. And it's for every entry. And so, I mean, I showed you kind of that process with the instant data scraper. But think about profile pages. Think about like Google Scholar. Think about things like that. I could pull in every article if I wanted to on Google Scholar, or if I go to like the SourceCon article page, I can pull in every article the person wrote, you know, and that's just a huge amount of information that you can pull on people that's out there for the public. So just think about it from that perspective. I mean, if you're looking for scientists and you have all their publications, it's outstanding, or all their patents or something like that. So I've already set this up, and let me just show you the inside of it a little bit. And I'm still really new to this tool. So I appreciate Bret putting out that video, because I would have never figured it out without him. So let's see my selector graph. So basically, I have this set up to click into each one of these links and then pull out more information. So I'm going to be pulling out the headline, the summary, the current title, current company, tenure, duties, location, just a bunch of stuff. I mean, you can see everything here. I mean, I've got it labeled, but it's all this jazz that can get kind of confusing. So let's scrape this, see what happens. And honestly, you can set this up to where you can scrape multiple pages. So you can scrape like hundreds of profiles in this way in just a couple minutes. So, I mean, just like, you know, like, I was super excited when I figured this out. So again, it's going in, and this kind of reminds me of PeopleCamp in a lot of ways, because it's really automating a lot of things. So, but yeah, I mean, Bret made me a huge fan of Webscraper, so I intend to use this on a regular basis. This is going to be one of my new go-to data extraction tools, in addition to Dataminer. So while this works, let me show you what the finished spreadsheet looks like. And I've done some data manipulation. I've started screening this one, but I mean, same deal. I mean, actually, let me go back to the beginning. So you really need these two columns. That's more for the actual tool, but you get full name, website, and I've changed some of these headings so I can make sense of it all. I was able to pull headline, summary, current title, current company, current job tenure, current job duties, previous job title, previous company, and now, so It's actually pretty interesting because I was not expecting to be able to pull all this information this easily. Well, I mean, it wasn't this aspect wasn't easy, but now that I have it set up, it takes a couple of minutes to pull hundreds of profiles. But now we have to do some configuration for our CRM in order to get all this information in there, because I have a much more fleshed out profile than the 5 columns that I was able to pull with like Dataminer and some other tools. So, I mean, this is a huge deal. And look, it's already finished scraping. Wow, that was pretty quick. Let me go back to whichever tab I was on. And so let's see, export data as CSV. Let's see what it pulls. And Brad, dude, like, I really appreciate you going into detail about this, because when I first looked at this stuff, I was like, I'm in the developer tool. I don't know where to go. I don't even know what tab to click on. And now I'm a scraping machine. I mean, we're not just going to be building pipelines anymore. We're going to be able to build databases with this thing. And I know Bret, and look at this. I mean, that didn't take that long. I mean, there is a lot of configuration on the back end, and Bret really goes through a lot of great detail on how to do that step by step, which I appreciate that, and appreciate his patience. But no, I mean, this is just another level. Like I said, we're not going to be able to build pipelines. I was building pipelines. Now we're going to start being able to build databases with this stuff. And if you're on a site, and there's a lot of sites out there, like a directory with direct phone numbers, with direct emails, I mean, you can use this for the same sort of process. So, but no, I wanted to show everybody a couple of options, because whenever I go through any type of data gathering, I try to use at least a couple of tools, whichever ones make the most sense to me, and then tie it to whatever resources we have. And I suggest you do the same thing, because everybody is different. I mean, some people will love Instant Data Scraper, and if it's easier, if it's faster, if you don't have to be a huge nerd and figure it out, and it does a process, definitely do it, because it's all about speed and efficiency here. So, but no, I mean, but now hopefully you'll see that there are other options out there, even if you just have to copy and paste. Sometimes I copy and paste because it's a faster way to get to the information, and it's a way to track it. So it just depends. So, but no, there's several options out there, and I know that there's more technologies pulling these types of things in. So I'm really glad to see that. But again, you can do it yourself, and with people like Bret keep pushing out those videos, you know, I'm really thankful for that. So, but if you do like what you see, please share and subscribe, not only my channel, but also Bret's channel. I know he's looking for some more subscriptions. So, and we'll continue to be pushing these videos out, and hopefully it helps you guys in your struggles and get past your walls. If you do have any comments, feel free to list them in the comments section. And again, thanks for watching, and thanks for reading.